Chapter 2: Operating Systems. The best way to describe the operating systems is that they allow you to perform common tasks, such as copying files, or, or to work with the internet, or to play your favorite video game easily. Your computer perhaps came pre-installed with the Microsoft Windows, unless you built the computer from scratch, or bought a used one, or invested in a Mac, of course. Operating systems make common tasks look easy. Many people don't think about what is going on behind the scenes to copy a file or to start a computer. It just works. Nowadays, operating systems are so advanced they are multitasking. They are capable of doing many things at once. Just look at how many applications you have opened on your computer, and you will be amazed what your computer is capable of doing. But it was not always so. DOS days, DOS stands for Disk Operating System, are over now. Windows, Mac, Linux, or free BSD in many cases are either pre-installed on a computer or installed by an advanced user. Multitasking and multi-threading. These operating systems are capable of doing many things at once. If a computer's CPU, stands for Central Processing Unit, supports that, it is called multitasking. Open a task manager in Windows or a top in Linux and see how many processors your computer has. It may be misleading as certain Intel processors come with multi-threading on. This allows one CPU core to behave like two and perform two tasks at once when the application is open. Applications must be written to support multitasking or multi-threading. If the application does not support multiple processors or threads, then only a single CPU will be in use. Windows. This operating system is made by Microsoft. This is a well-known company with the headquarters in Redmond, Washington. Perhaps your computer came pre-installed with Windows. It is a popular operating system. If you are in process of becoming a system administrator, this operating system is probably for you. It is capable of running many tasks at once. This operating system is used by many people. It is well known and trusted. Microsoft invests time and effort to support it. You may find out more about this operating system from the Microsoft website. Mac OS. It is made by the company named Apple, with the headquarters in Cupertino, California. Apple makes two operating systems, one that is used in computers and another one is used on the phones. You are probably familiar with the iOS, which is their mobile operating system, but the market share of their operating system for computers is low. Linux. There are so many choices when you go with Linux root. Linux comes from the name of its founder, Linus Torvalds. For many years he developed the Linux kernel. In the latest news, he was checking the submissions for a change. Linux is capable of supporting many users and can run multiple applications at once. There are multiple distributions of Linux on the market today. Common way to remember Linux is saying that Linux is not Unix. Linux often comes in a form of distributions, a collection of software on top of Linux operating system. The common distributions are Red Hat, paid, Ubuntu, optionally paid, and Debian. For a big list of the Linux operating systems and their popularity, please visit DistroWatch website. BSD flavors. B stands for Berkeley. It is similar to Linux, except it's not Linux. Many of the distributions are open source as well. BSD tends to be more stable, unlike Linux, which is in many cases a bleeding edge. I will not explain BSD in this book, mainly because I don't have first-hand experience with it. The web. Many applications have migrated to the web. We have gradually moved from the operating systems that are native to computers to applications. You may use an email application which is web-based, or the editor, or place to store the files, or the databases. It is very convenient to store files on the web, if the customers are out there as well. The cost of having web-based presence is initially lower than a PC, but it can add up to a higher cost over time. But at the same time, you usually have people that support the web presence as well. You may know, however, that these applications may require computers to run them anyway. Portable operating systems, Android and iOS. On the phones, you may see either Android or the iOS on the Apple devices. Android is supported and maintained by Google, and iOS is supported and maintained by Apple. You need to research if the operating systems on the phones is updated and maintained regularly. There is so much choice in the phones nowadays, so please review support status for the phone you may have now or plan to buy. Virtualization. There are two main reasons why virtualization is being used. One is to provide resources from the developers to experience different environments and unthought of cases. Second, for the QA department to validate that developers completed their job well. Virtualization is usually easy to use. It saves the cost of purchasing actual hardware and splits a single computer onto several that may be used concurrently without impacting each other. I will not cover this book, Windows Mobile, or the BlackBerry mobile operating system. They are less popular than Android or iOS. There are also other operating systems out there. I know of them. I even have used some of them. But I will not cover these in this book because they are not as popular as others and I don't have sufficient experience with them. There are other operating systems and applications not covered in this book. If the reader is working with one, please let me know and I may include it in this book.